Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Airships Conquer the Skies with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to Lathtopia, the greatest nation in the world. In today's video, I believe it's time for us to conquer the southwestern section of the map and finally consolidate our power. On top of this, I do now want to create a new vehicle which will go with the Overwhelmers as a sort of support craft because it is incredibly vulnerable to bombers and anything which is very, very quick. So I'm thinking a high-flying flamer, maybe just flak weaponry, just something which can go around it and save it from things which would attack us from the skies. Glory to Lathtopia. It's really weird, whenever I start talking about Lathtopia with any zeal, I end up hearing this weird background music in my head. Anyway, right now we have Empire of Science. I've decided to move up our research budget so that we can get all the new stuff as soon as possible. So right now I am grabbing flamethrowers, but I also really want to try out heavy cannons again. I really want to try out heavy turrets. I really want to try out this, the large suspendium chambers, because they give loads of lift and look amazing when they're in the craft, as they have chimneys and everything, which just looks really, really cool. And then I also want this to upgrade our cannons. Basically, there's loads of things I really want to try out right now. So for now, we'll go with flamethrowers, because that way we can have a bit of a guarding group for our overwhelmers without being the same old, same old. Then we'll go with this. Okay, so for now, we've just grabbed some territory down here. What I think we could do is probably completely take out this group. They're almost there anyway. Aerial jelly. I'm sorry, but I need to know what that is. Are either of you at full health? Yeah, looks like both of you are. Okay, attack the aerial jelly. I am just far too curious. For now, everyone, just get on defense. Make sure everyone is nice and defended. If we're attacked from any corner, we have at least one ship ready to attack back, is the idea. All good? All good. You there, Overwhelmer, attack that shipyard. Deep Castle is fully recovered from the war. Okay, this will be a fairly simple victory. Just go on the aggressive. I was meant to say aggression then, wasn't I? Probably. Just be aggressive. There we go. I can do the words. And therefore, we now have a brand new shipyard. I am feeling like this season may be fairly quick. My god, their final area has just revolted. Well, that empire's dead. Oh my god. I'm still going to fight this. I mean, that's just cool. Move. Now. That is terrifying. I'm assuming it acts similar to the Skycracker in terms of its functionality. Okay, as soon as it gets close, we go straight down, then across. One more shot, come on, please. Thank you. Down we go. No! Did that just get hit by lightning? Thanks, lightning! I believe in you, single zealot. I don't actually believe in the zealot. Oh! Nope, I think it took, yep, I think it took someone. Oh, look, it's bleeding. Oh my god, if we win this with a single zealot. There's no chance, but if we do, it'll be hilarious. Yeah, we'll probably run out of ammo before it dies. It's got its first stage of bleeding, at least, like I said, so that's good. Yeah, that's what we should do. We should start moving down a little bit sooner. Maybe we should do it at an angle as well. Faster! No, 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 no! Oh, ow, trees. Trees, trees. Trees. Also trees. Oh, look, a tree. Ow, tree. Oh, look, a tree. Again. Yeah, running out of ammo regardless. Hopefully you'll flip first. I don't think that's how it works, but still. Because it's so... Oh my god, we won! Well then, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so my laugh was going to cut off there, but Jesus. Victory! Oh, no treasures are to be had in its gooey remains. We should be heralded as heroes. I just listened back to my laugh then. My god, that was terrible. It sounded like I was being choked between each laugh. Zarth having a cold. Behold the power of the zealot. You know what? Maybe we should just make a really large grape shot vehicle. Oh my god, that would be awesome. Have it as high HP, like I was mentioning earlier. So essentially, not a guardian at all of the Overwhelmer, but its own thing. I really like that idea. Okay, so here's the new plan. Grab Flamethrower, grab the large suspendium chamber. There we are. So that's at the bottom. Then we build the ultimate grape shot vehicle. Or at least a fun one. Oh, I expected you to... Oh my god, that's awesome. Look at you two. Okay, I killed the giant jelly, but I don't think I'm killing you. We could send the single zealot versus the Skykraken. It has the same mechanics, but the Skykraken seems more, well, just quicker. And with a much better ability to turn and grab. I'll try it anyway, why not? Yeah, it's also just bigger. Oh, this is a worse map as well. The corners on the left-hand side are all taken up. We'll try it anyway. Oh yeah, no, this is not going to work. Wait. Darn it! It doesn't... Ah, for some reason I thought it wouldn't be able to get up there, but no, it can, because the tentacles don't count as part of its body. Ow. Ow. Everyone. Ow. We're eating. Yeah, we got. You tried. You tried. Wow, lots of single areas now. There we go, okay. Now I really do want heavy turrets. I also want the heavy steel armor, which means I need heavy cannon. Okay, so grab heavy cannon. That'll be for our next proper build. But for now, let's see what we can do with the ship. So how extreme do we want to go with this? First of all, I need to figure out a couple of things. So the new large suspendium chamber apparently doesn't really damage downwards. Oh no, it only damages near the crystal, it seems. Okay. Still though, 2 is safe. So if we're going to have the other lift, because this is probably going to be quite heavy by the end of things, we're going to need at least 2 down, then we can add the pressurized chambers. Now the chambers are very similar to that, if I can find the chambers, that is. There we are, in lift, perhaps that's where they are. No. Yes. So these lovely things do damage like this. High damage, no damage, high damage, no damage, high damage, no damage, high, no. And they're more damaging on the right side. I don't quite know why. So there we are. That's the explosive radius of these. Everything else is safe, yeah? So if we're going to have these as a cluster, what we're going to need to do is have a 2 gap between each cluster. The idea I'm having in my head is having clusters of 4. So if I go back to placing those, so essentially 1, 2, something like this. Then a gap of 2 using the struts, gap of 2 using the struts, and so on and so forth. But that's if we're going to make this ship a lot larger than the original idea was. I've got 2 or 3 ideas in my head currently. 2 of them are huge, one's tiny, and I think I want to try and use this on a more grand scale first, because honestly, it's just more fun. So I'm going a bit ship-like at the moment. So the idea is we have this. So rather than having 2 of the large suspendium chambers, we only have 1, then the large propeller. Then we'll have some grape shot cannons, or perhaps some flamers going down here. Then we have the lift chambers over here. So what we could do is maybe something like this. And they should be fairly safe. Then have the flamers or whatever we want to have over here. Then some ammunition there. Then that would give us a really good anti-bomber sort of vehicle, which can also double as an pretty much whatever we want it to be. Admittedly, 2 cannons and a rifle won't do all that much, but still. I think it'll look nice. So, there is this. Whoops-a-daisy. The idea is, by using these chambers, it means we can use the ultra-heavy flamers at a really, really high service ceiling. Essentially making this able to burn down cities and be relatively safe, because in addition to the really heavy flamers, we also have the medium steel armor, which we've been using on the Overwhelmer and stuff like that, which obviously has been doing incredibly well. So it can take out cities, it's high enough to take out bombers and probably be really, really devastating to them, since these do a ridiculous amount of damage. Rate of fire, 20 per second, blast damage 15. So 15 times 20 every single second, and it's blast damage, which a lot of stuff simply can't deal with. And of course it's a flamer. It sets fire to everything once it's through the armor. Then we have a couple of cannons up here, just because I kind of wanted a couple of cannons up here and I think it looks cool. I'm thinking of replacing this rifle though with that telescope, because that telescope being on the end just seems really weird at this point. And in fact, our service ceiling is so high, we could afford to have some other stuff on here to increase our overall HP. Now this is not a cheap craft in any way, but it would be a great partner to the Overwhelmer. This can deal with aircraft and buildings. The Overwhelmer can deal with a lot of other ships which don't have a very high service ceiling, and once again can really deal with buildings. So between them, they cover pretty much everything except for very quick boarding craft. But that can be fixed by simply adding some, you know, defense, some boarding defense like marines. And in fact, we have too much crew. Huh. I really overestimated how much crew we'd need. Anyway, I'm going to give this a quick test versus a couple of Wraths and see how it does. A pretty common enemy we used to fight a lot, so don't worry, I will probably make this look better than it currently does by the end. Yeah, I mean, it's got, like, the beginnings of something which would look good, but then this. I wish they weren't so explosive, because I wish I could just put them in here like that so we can have a nice, consistent shape. Honestly, I might end up doing that. Remember, these have the heavy armor on them, and in fact, we could actually put the proper heavy steel armor on rather than the medium stuff. It'd probably still give lift. Anyway. Oh, why you duck? Okay, instantly, we need more bridges. We have one right now. I think we need more than one command every 4 seconds. If this thing is going to try and hunt bombers... Ah, I was expecting them not to go that far then. Hello. So that's how strong the fire is. Goodbye. Well then. And then pretend you're a building. Yep, this thing is going to be very, very powerful. Okay, I'm sold. Let's continue to edit it then. Oh my god, speaking. I just can't decide on the design of the ship. Also, I don't think explosive damage is as simple as it first looked. A few times now, in a few little tests I've done, how the damage seems to spread doesn't seem to be quite as black and white as just, it damages the area shown. Because I've had balloons here detonate, which then damaged the coal store. So, I don't know if that was because of how the flame system works. Either way, it's a little bit weird, and I really need to decide how I'm going to use the balloons, how many weapons I'm going to have. There's just so much. But right now, I think this looks pretty cool. Pretty basic, but pretty cool, although I'm really not happy with the front, so this is going to be changed. I think I'm just going to have 2 giant flamethrowers rather than 3. And then I need to decide how I'm going to add the chambers. One thing I did figure out quickly is that the chambers are so hard to kill when they have the full armor on. In fact, they're as hard to kill as pretty much everything else. So although this is horrible and will do some serious damage, I'm tempted by it. Although I think I will have to put the coal store at least 1 higher, just in case. This will give us a service ceiling of 220, which is definitely high enough to deal with how the AI deal with bombers. I can't believe how many times I've changed the design of this craft. So now we're using the smaller flamers, because the larger ones are just way too expensive. If I replace 3 of the large ones for 6 of the small ones, it's almost 2,000 cheaper, which is pretty immense. So how strong is 6? Okay, yeah, that seems fine. That seems absolutely fine. And on top of that, it also increases our ceiling because they're much, much lighter. Maybe going with the smaller variant is better then. Yep, this is now only 3,152. Before it was, well, actually it went over 5,000. Now I've tested out these balloons and how they've exploded, and so far, no major issues. In fact, the biggest issue right now are these 2. When one of these detonates, they both detonate. But they are pretty hard to kill. Now, if I lost both of those, I can technically fly, just about, and I'm assuming I'll have taken some other damage as well, but that's... yeah, it's not the best, is it? It's not really any redundancy then in terms of our lift. If we lose this, we just lose it. But we are incredibly heavily armoured, and we should be okay. Though we could split them a little bit. How about if it... it looks like when they take damage, they only just about manage to destroy each other. So if I do this, then maybe it'll be okay. Though it does stretch out the back section a bit, which I'm not a huge fan of since the front already looks really stunted now I've done this. Okay, I think this is the final design, and I'm simply calling it pyre. Like a funeral pyre, essentially just lots of flammable material. Either way, I think it's okay. It's not the best design in the world, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it will definitely succeed in its role. Very similar to the Overwhelmer, so we have these 2 which should work very, very well together. A few things I still want to change. I don't like how I've placed the pressurized tanks, but I am running out of time now, and for some reason, I just can't click how I want this to be designed. Off camera, I'm going to be very busy redesigning both this and the Overwhelmer, but for a first try, a first draft of it, I think it's going to be okay. Though I am still tempted to add yet another bridge. With so many crew, that'll be difficult. In fact, I could just lower the crew. We do have really close to the recommended, which, weirdly, isn't normally recommended by people. It just isn't the best. Well, that worked out better than expected. So, do we have any redundant crew at all? No. None of the quarters has anyone just waiting around. I would like a few people waiting around. I am tempted to have a few spare people this time around, which would be nice, something different. You know what, sure. For now, it's going to be expensive. I could remove that later if I so desire. And this way we have a lot of redundancy in terms of our crew members. Okay, pyre, you get built there. So we have a pyre being built, an overwhelmer, and another pyre over here. Now we could start building some defense in our cities. The problem is, our borders are constantly changing, and the defenses do start getting a little bit expensive. As we learnt in the previous game, it tends to be better to just have a mobile defense force and actually pay attention. Definitely not my strong suit, but still. So just have the pyres, sorry, not the pyres, the zealots all around our border, and then if we get in trouble, we can band them all into one group. Now you move there, because you do need some repairs. So let's wait until these are complete, and then hopefully they will work well together. Oh. You're forcing them back. How many shipyards do you have currently? You only have one. No, you have two. You're the... Ooh, well, I see my biggest enemy then. You guys down here. Let's have a look, see what's going on here. Okay, well, thankfully, you're not building anything too scary right now. Ooh, bribe. Wow, that's expensive. Boop. I'm sorry, but burning things is apparently cheaper. Who did that? Someone just made them rebel. That's just mean. I'm assuming it was you. You know I've never really done that to anyone. View City. Incite Revolt. There we go. How does it feel? Not good, right? The Mad Scientist is attacking with a single one of these. Let's see how strong these are then. Okay, we have a Zealot. Now the problem is, I know for a fact, that tentacle is a melee weapon. I wish you went more diagonally then. Aha! Who are you going to focus on? Those or these? You two? Aim fire. Ooh, it has distinct music. Whoa. Can you just focus on one target, please? Yep, this thing is brutal. We've lost our bridge. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need more than Zealots for that. We should really attack the Mad Scientist soon. Just because that is an insult to us. And so, of course, what we need to do is make more Zealots. One of the ugliest ships I've ever made, but it's definitely effective. You're very annoying, you know that, Mad Scientist? I wonder how long that'll take to recover. Ooh, we now have heavy cannons. Glorious. Which means now we can learn heavy steel armor. Oh, seems like you're defending. Okay then, let's see how this goes. You're going to be... Wow, this is going to be a very annoying fight. Wow, we even have the sun in our eyes. You know what? That would be a silly thing to do. There is no reason for that fight. They should really surrender. Good. Good. And we already have heavy steel armor. Excellent. So what do we want next then? Ooh, minus steel armor weight would be amazing. In fact, that'd be, yeah, truly fantastic. That would increase the height of all of our craft at the moment. But extra reload time, well, less reload time and less maintenance is also really good. Could even make it more blast. I want all of that. So the problem with these is we're going to need spider legs to get that. To get spider legs, we need legs. To get legs, we need saw blade. I do want to build some tanks soon, so sure. Aha! Now the light is on our side. So you get further back. In fact, right at the back for now. You, yeah, stay there. Aimed fire. You. Kind of want you to go after the buildings, so just go straight through them. I have more fire than you do. Nice. One of them down already. Problem going behind them is we will be less accurate, but the thing is, flamers don't need to be too accurate. Back to accurate firing since going after him. Yeah, zoom to fit doesn't really work. One building down. The Overwhelmer is just devastating everything that comes close, and you're doing pretty much the same. Yeah, I'd back off too. Your fire does nothing. We have very high blast resistance. And fire is blast damage. And the last building is gone. Okay, go and burn that. You know you're meant to be a long-range vehicle. I shouldn't have done that. That was so silly of me. These have a maximum range. We could just happily sit at the back with aimed fire. Meanwhile, this was really a quality versus quantity thing, wasn't it? Well done, quality. Which is very rarely me, normally on the swarm. That was pretty nice. Well done, you two. And now we have tracks, so now let's grab legs. Though I do kind of want to use Gatling guns for once. Anyway, let's grab those. Can people please stop causing revolutions? Overwhelmer, get repaired. You, just go and take it back. You two, do you need any repairs? Well, he needs the balloon back. That's not a big deal. Go and take out their other... Ooh, a thing. That's what I was already doing. They should surrender. Good. I'm going to pillage that, because I can. A single tank. Not too much of a big deal, really. The sun is blinding us. We could try and go over, but with how slow this one is, it might be best to just stick it out. You, on the other hand, could go down there, so to start off at the correct altitude. Make it easier on myself. Okay, you, get your butt there. You, aimed fire. Kill that. Is that enough fire? I think it's enough fire. Move on. You're made of wood. We have flamethrowers. It's not hard to see who's going to lose here. Yeah, these two make a really fantastic group, which I'm really happy with. Let's take you next. Taking over all of the shipyards. Oh yeah, you. Need to get behind it, but at the moment they're blinded, so you can just stay there. You run and go to the other side. Which is pretty much becoming the standard. Aimed fire, not rapid fire, please. Ow. Hello. Glorious triggered flame. I think these two now can just go ahead and start cleaning up the area. Let's take it all over. And now we have legs. Walking achieved. Soon spider legs. I'm going to assume you'll surrender. Yeah, I would too. Zealot, you can start invading as well. Surrender. Took a little bit longer than before. And surrender. Oh no, this one's Zealot. That's not a surrender. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Hey! As much as I do love fire, I'm starting to think that I love grape shot more. Ooh, two groups just combined into one. That's interesting. Let's have a look-see straight after this. Ow. You hit me, meanie. Okay, so where is that then? Yay, spider legs. My god, we are so fast at research at the moment. And finally, less steel armor weight. Thank you. This, ooh, that's not too terrifying. Well, I mean, it has 3 shipyards, making it the second strongest after us at the moment. Though we do own like a quarter of the map. I think we're doing okay. I think we may have hit that tipping point, honestly. And with that, I think I want one more of you. Thank you. And also after that, you can build me a new Overwhelmer. Cannon, spam, and fire. Sounds like a really, really, really weird recipe. Okay, you can... Three zealots versus the mad scientist. You know what? I just want to find out what the mad scientist is, so sure. You might surrender, you might not. It's hard to tell. Just aims fire and let's see. No. Eventually they did. After they lost quite a few people, I imagine. Take over there next. Now these should surrender. Thank you. Which means I have to do this. And finally, the mad side. My god, it's the Eye of Sauron. My god, it is the Eye. That's actually terrifying. Also lightning. It's trying to blind us. Oh. That just crushed our armor. What is that? Blind the eye! Oh, nope, that... Wow. Okay, so the mad science tower is kind of terrifying. That's good to know. Well, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's video, and now I'm going to go and finally get some sleep before my speech completely vanishes altogether. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Airships Conquer the Skies is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye. In the next video, honestly, I just want to kill the mad scientist. Thank you, and goodbye.